Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Anselino Davis. Thank you for joining me for this Science and Perspective tutorial in Google Earth Pro. Google Earth Pro is freely available online for you to download to your computers, and it allows us to map the environment using Google Earth images that are also freely available online. Today we will be using the Path tool to delineate a path for a walking tour from the BahaMar Convention Center on New Providence Island. And we will take this walking tour from the roundabout of the convention center out and around to the nearby pond where you can see some birds and wildlife. And this will help you to estimate your distance and your walking time. The first thing we would like to do is to grab the path tool. And when we click on new path, we get this pop-up window that allows us to name our path. And we will name it BahaMar Walking Tour. We can change the style and color, and I want this to be a little thicker. I like the color blue, so we're going to make it blue. And our path is going to be 100% opaque. Actually, let's reduce that to 50% so that you can still see what's behind it. And we can start delineating our path. You'll notice your cursor looks like this square cursor now. And if you click there, you will see that first point is laid. And if you ever want to undo a point, you can just hit the backspace button and it will delete it. And then you can make a new point somewhere else. But we will start from the convention center. We'll walk along their pathway. They have a pathway that goes right here. It's a nice little sidewalk. And you can click each point on that pathway if you want. When you get to the edge of your map, you can use the arrow keys on your keyboard, left, down, right, up, and you can move your map view around like that so you can continue making some more points on your pathway. And I'm just following the sidewalk along here. Now, if you don't want to click, 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 you can just click once, hold, and drag along the pathway, and it will just follow your mouse pointer, and you can get a lot of points in pretty quickly that way. So I'm just sliding this along. And just popping through these points really quickly. Remember, you can zoom in and out if you don't want to be that accurate, but you just want to get some points in. You can do that a little bit more quickly. You can cover more distance if you're zoomed out a bit. Because Google Earth integrates your Airbus images, you can actually see where these sidewalks and these pathways are. So this is the boardwalk that leads into that pond there. And you can come across and get back out to the sidewalk because you want to get out to the water and see those birds. Remember, if you laid a point incorrectly, you can just highlight it with your mouse. It turns into the hand tool, and you can move that point around if you need to, and then you can continue editing. Whenever you're done, you can hit OK here, or if you hit enter, now you're finished and your pathway is implemented. But I actually didn't finish my walking tour because I want to get out to this area here. So I need to go back and right click on the BahaMar walking tour path and hit properties, and that's going to show me my editing window again. And now I can finish putting in my points, and it will start from the last point that you entered. So just go from there and you can continue. Now, just like we do in eBird, I'm only measuring this distance in one direction, but I'm going to go now to measurements, hit measurements, and it shows that my length is 928 meters for that entire path. And that means coming from the BahaMar Convention Center all around to that end of the wetland, that is a 1 kilometer walk almost. And that allows us to judge how fast we're going to walk it, how long it's going to take if we're doing a tour. And we hit OK, and those guests will get a nice experience to see those birds. Now we are going to make a map of this. And to make that map, we're going to use this map tool. I just have to slide my window down a little bit. And I'm going to hit this save image right there. And I'm going to change this to say BahaMar And that's the wetland walking tour from BahaMar Convention Center. Close that. I'm going to refresh this review. BahaMar walking tour. Okay. So now we have a nice little map. It shows the BahaMar there. It shows the path that we would take to walk. Here we have some of these locations. We might want to put some points on there. So you can go back to the place mark tutorial. You can see I'm going to put viewing point 1. And let's get some binoculars or something. Do you have something cool inside here? Oh, little camera spot. And let's take this and bring it over here. I'm gonna put it right there. And then we're gonna add another one that says viewing point 2. And I hit enter too quickly, so we're going to go to properties and edit that. And bring it over here to the end of this viewing platform. Just put it right there. And I'm going to zoom in so that I can grab this one and bring it back as well. Really? And my viewing point 2 has moved around a little bit. So sometimes you do want to make sure that you stay inside a zoom so that you don't mess up your points too much. All right. Hit OK to save that. All right. Now we have our walking path. We have two viewing points where the guests will stop and look at the birds and wildlife. And now we are going to refresh our legend from view. So now we have the viewing points marked and our legend, and we have the walking tour path marked. We are going to save that image. I'm going to just save it as BahaMar. Okay. So with this tutorial, I've shown you how to identify a path, how to then measure that path, how to insert different viewing points along this path or add other place marks, and how to label your legend and your title for a simple map that you can then export and save for your use. I hope you all enjoyed that little bit of science and perspective, and I look forward to having you in my class or to working with you on other geospatial needs. Have a great day.